Big Ten clash. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Washington Huskies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington, Husky Stadium, is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Guys?
Okay, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The run inside. It's Cobb. He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a 15-yard gain.
And man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him, the offense goes through him.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
Complete. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Williams. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They'll give it to Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this third and long. Williams looking for a man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
Creates a little space. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Coming out with it, it's Washington. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Washington. the extra point. And the point after is good. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Brown wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab in their space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. The give on the counter. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Pulls it in, it's Moss. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Sweet cut there. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Yeah, just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. 4th down, Williams. Throws to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression. They're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Tigers, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Brown will throw it. Fires to the middle. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use...
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Picks up the 1st down. Off and running. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Huskies. Once he got some room, it was over.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
Yeah, and he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Ball is loose. And the ball is going to land out of bounds. They'll maintain possession and pick up a few yards in the process. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Finds his man. It's Singleton. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, both teams putting up numbers. And I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Brown wants to pass. Makes the catch. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They just keep firing. Here's a hit. Makes the grab. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The Tigers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Flips it out in the flat. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll run it with Bryson Washington. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. They're down 28-14, making it really important to put up some kind of score on this drive. He makes the grab, and the defense wrestles him to the ground. Washington right back to the line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
3rd down from the gun, Williams. Working the middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The Huskies will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's Williams to throw. Got the back over the middle. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this 3rd down.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Ready. 129.
Trying to bully their way in. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. They're working that left side. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. He wants to change this route. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Huskies! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page, coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Brown will throw it. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Rushes on him. And it's a sack. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Catch is made at the 15. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right.
He lets it fly. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now Washington uses this third timeout, and they can't stop the clock again. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He'll take the deep shot. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Firing to the right, complete. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Brown wants to pass. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Great awareness by that defender that time. Seeing the ball thrown, getting his big paw, knocking it down, and now you set up second down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! He got it, beat down in bounds!
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And he added the extra point.
Washington, 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's James. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. The inside handoff. He's still on the move, a last-ditch effort to get some points before the half. Just about set to get this second half underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Snags it and he's open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Throwing, Williams. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Heel off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Gets it out fast. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside. It's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive.
Makes a grab and room to run. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Gonna run it. It's Carr. Stumbled to the ground. Washington wants to go quickly. Williams from the gun on third down. He's got his man. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Play fake, Williams. Stepping to the right. Complete in the middle. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
There's some room. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. The pitch. Touchdown, Washington! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline and the coach probably said, "You dropped it and you didn't pick it up? Come on." And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The run inside. It's Cobb. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Brown will throw it. Extending the play. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Maybe a crease. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, these offenses that are built for late game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
On the move, it's Cobb. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Connection to the right. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
A strike downfield. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And now let's take a look at the stats in what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Brown wants to pass. He wants it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Wideout trying to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Washington right back to the line.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone
breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Brown will throw it. He'll pull it down and run. Looking for room at the 25. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet. It's first and 10 from the 31. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, they're after him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. blasted as he lets it go. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Williams on the play fake. Dances away to buy time. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Williams. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
I tell you what, coaches want you to do your best work late in the ball game. He did his best work. Great job taking off. Biggest run of the day after grinding this game out, makes it explosive. Now trying to put this game in a good situation.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. A designed run for the quarterback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the fourth quarter game.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
Williams. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And the defense had that one sniffed out from the start. But look at this, the offense.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Off the play fake on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. There's a crease. Touchdown, Tigers! Rolled his way into the end zone. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles, that's for dang sure.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Makes the grab. It's Carr. Still running at the 40. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Here's Williams to throw. Unloads to the right. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long.
20, go!
It's Williams again. Fires to the right. Got his man. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Throwing right. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Throwing, Williams. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. And it's caught for the late touchdown, so how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
First step of this drive comes from their own 44. Brown wants to pass. Bring in the heat. And it's intercepted. A huge 4th quarter play for this defense. Taking it the other way. Inside, touchdown, Huskies. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. The Huskies back on top.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that 1st half. Whatever adjustments they made in the 2nd half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
Looking downfield on first down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Brown will throw it. He's got him this time. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And in a tie situation, the defense knows the offense is going to be aggressive, try to throw the football, so get more DBs on the field, and that's what they're doing. Whether it's man or zone coverage, you need all that extra speed on the back end, and it really showed up for them on that last play, forcing the incompletion.
Unloads it left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he wants it all. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Williams, under fire. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls in the deep ball. Open field on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Husky. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.